Hey friends, it's Naomi, and I'm here with Stephanie from Glittaful, and she's going to
Hello.
talk to us about her glitter. If you guys haven't seen Glittaful, I would highly recommend that you take some time, jump on YouTube, and that's where I found Stephanie. A few months ago, I was researching projects for to do with glitter, and I came across. I think it was one of your. Oh my goodness, I can't remember. Oh, it was one of your molds. I think you were doing. No, it was.
Topper.
You were doing one of the cups and you were showing how to do the ombre, I think. And I thought this was pretty cool. And then okay, so at first I loved her accent. I love the glitter. The
Oh,
glitter.
that's the New Yorker in us.
That's it. And so I said, when I started doing the interviews, I said, who else would I want to interview? I said, you know what? Let's get Stephanie on. Let's see if she wants to come. So she said yes. So Stephanie, welcome.
Thank
Thank you for
you. Thank
coming.
you for having me. I'm so happy to be here. It was definitely with quarantine and all the kids home. I was like, I need to make this happen. But thank you so much for having me and working with nap time. So I
Yes.
appreciate
You know
it.
what? That's important. On Friday, I have lives on Friday, and they started out at 1 o'clock my time because I call it the nap time live. It's like
Right.
the only time I get to do stuff, right?
I
So,
believe it.
so
Sophia
tell me
comes in
a little bit
during
about
my
you.
lives.
Say again.
Sorry. I
That's
said
okay.
my daughter walks in during my lives. She kind of takes over.
My son does that, and my other daughter, she's like my oldest, so I like kind of pop in trying to see it. I'm like, dude, stop it! This is my job.
Got it. Mom life. Mom life.
Yes, and I love it. Wouldn't trade it.
Yeah, I neither would I. All right,
So
sorry,
tell
I
me,
cut you off. Go ahead.
it's okay. Tell us about you. Where are you from? Tell us about your crafting background. Just tell us about Stephanie.
So, Stephanie, me, I am from New York City. I was born and raised there. I got married with, I want to say my high school sweetheart, but he was more like my best friend in high school. His name is Michael, and he's known as Mr. Glittaful because he has, it's this company is not ran without him. So it is a husband and wife duo company. So yeah, we moved to North Carolina about 5 years ago. We have our son who is 12 and a half. He'll be 13 in August. I waited 9 years to have another child. So we had Sophia and I was done. I suffered through a bout of postpartum depression. So I kind of needed an outlet to just to, get out of that funk.
Mhm.
And it was difficult, but I found crafting and I started making t-shirts and I love that. But then one day during YouTube, like, through a YouTube bout, I started seeing the cups and I was like, I love this. And Mike was completely against it. He was like, no, you don't need to make cups. You don't have to do that. And I'm like, no, but I want to. And see, whenever Mike says something, he says red, I see blue. Like it's gonna do it. So
Yeah.
I went and I got everything that I needed to get, and I was like, I'm doing it. And I did. And I actually started doing like hand turning because at first I did not want to spend the money on something I wasn't sure that I was gonna love and
Mhm.
do. So I started doing hand turning, and that was a pain. I was like, oh, this is probably not what I want to do. And then I made him, because I go all full gusto, and I went
Mhm.
from that hand turning to four turners that he
Whoa.
made. And that was fun. I made him make that, so he was not happy with me. And so then after time, like I started, selling, and I got into just, crafting through all of it, like t-shirts, cups, just
Mhm.
regular vinyl backing cups. It was great. It was wonderful. Um, but then I got pregnant with my twins 20, like it was like 20, I had them like 20 months, 1 month after Sophia. And I don't know, I had to stop working, not because I
Mhm.
had to, but I wanted to. It didn't make sense to go back to work and, pay the sitter was just too much. So one night during my crazy moments, I was still crafting and I was spending a lot of money on glitter. And my husband was like, are you out of your mind? And I was like, it's just the pretty ones. The pretty ones are so expensive. Um, so then again, one of those nights that I was done late, I was laying in bed and I looked at him and I was like, I really want to sell glitter. Like, And he's like, you want to do what? Like, there's just so many of selling glitter. And I was like, no, I want to make pretty glitter, but I want to make it affordable. And I wanted to make it for people like me who didn't or can't go out there and buy $12 worth of glitter. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So I wanted to make it affordable. I wanted to make it an easy access kind of thing. With remembering that this is for everybody. Like, crafting should be an outlet. If this is your hobby, that it shouldn't break your bank. If this is your business, it shouldn't break your bank, because your bottom line is important to your business. Again, if it's your hobby, it's important to not go deep in your pockets either. And be able to buy quality things was very kind of top, and still is top priority at the top of my brain. So that's how I got here. And y'all heard I'm already a mama of 4. So yeah, so I've been doing this with my husband and my kiddos with me. They have all been my cheerleaders and mascots. So it's been wonderful. But that's about me.
That's a great story. I like that journey. I think a lot of us, crafting is a therapy for us.
Yeah.
And then we find ourselves through that. We don't necessarily know what we want to do, but we start doing something and then it veers off. And I think it's amazing that you went from just crafting to narrowing it down to glitter. I want to sell glitter. And I love that you make it affordable. In fact, and high quality, guys. These are high quality glitters. Tell us about the kinds of glitters. Tell us what makes your glitter so, it's affordable. What makes it so unique and so top line?
So our glitter is polyester and solvent resistant. So what that means is it can withstand heat from chemicals, whereas craft glitter will tend to bleed after a certain point. So if you're a resin artist, you're using chemicals that will heat up to hundreds of degrees. So you have to know that your glitter is not going to bleed. So if you're going to put it under that, for example, like a cup like this, you're not going to lose the sparkle and or the color of it. So that is what makes our glitter specific to resin artists, but it's also cosmetic grade. So if you're a makeup artist and you're looking to use the glitter on your body, it is not going to cause you any rashes or anything like that, because it is cosmetic grade. So you're able to put it on your body, which is really cool. My mother-in-law actually loves to put poison apple on her lips with her red lipstick whenever she's doing like an extravagant event. And she's used Mystique, which is our epoxy, and I call it our epoxy enhancer because it's like the thinnest line of our glitters, and she puts that on like just for additive for her eyeshadow. So it's really cool. And you can do that. And now I have a lot of people that use it for lip glosses and things like that. So really awesome.
Cool. I didn't even think about the makeup thing. That is so cool.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So it's like multi-uses.
It is. And you asked me about it being different from us to others. Well, I wanted to create things that were unique, because you can find, anybody can open up a company, but what makes you specific? Like, are you just buying everything that everybody else has? So we have selective lines that are built to us, that we have we've cultivated them to be ours. So our GG Originals are mixes that are one of its same color, but it has different cuts and layering pieces so that it can create a silky lay on whatever you're using. Actually, Big Blue is one of them, and that's the deep blue. And as you can see, it's just the way it lays. You'll see that you don't have to use a lot of the glitter in order to have that perfect lay on a cup or any design. So that's what we really focus on. And our custom mixes, I say we, but my husband knows it's me. That's something I do. I take a lot of time to cultivate my custom mixes because I want to bring things that are just unique to us. I'm not worried about, Joe Schmo next door. I want you to find things that you're not going to find at the next shop. So, I actually brought one with me. This one's called Ursula, and it's actually one of my newest custom mixes. Let's see if I can pull you guys down here for a second and get you closer. Let's see. All right. So this is Ursula, and she is a GG custom mix, and she just has the colors of Ursula, the sea witch. And it is one of my favorite. Can you guys see that good? I can't tell.
Yes, I'm looking here on my iPad too. You can see all the shifts in color.
Mm-hmm. And it beautiful. Has her body color. So basically the blacks, the purples, we have hints of white, just to kind of resemble her hair. And then her body, we have some silver in there as well to kind of bring that up. So again, I just really focus on creating mixes that you really can't find in other shops, and they're really just cultivated for you to kind of play with and do different things with. So yeah. That's my approach.
That is cool. I also, one of the ones that I ordered is Cruella.
I love Cruella.
So let me open. I haven't even opened it yet. I've just been watching them and admiring them. I'm like, I can't wait to work with my glitters. Let me see.
I absolutely love Cruella. Actually, one of my members did a composition teacher notebook with it, and I was actually stunned because when I created Cruella, I actually was just really obviously inspired by the 101 Dalmatians, and I did not have that thought in my brain as a composition notebook, but it brought a different flair to it, and it was actually really cute. Once I find the picture, I will send it to you so you can
send it. I'll share it with everybody. Let me show everybody what it looks like. Hold on. Let's see. Bring it down, bring it down. There it is.
Oh,
can you guys see the colors in there? Those shifts. I mean, like she was saying, okay, so you have different sizes, I see the micro fine blacks and whites, and then you have some hex black. You have the red tinsel kind of. It's just a really pretty mix. Okay. And then it shimmers differently.
Yeah, it shifts. Because it does have the holographic in it, but it's I add different pieces in there just to kind of bring that uniqueness, pop that color differently, because different shapes and different sizes and different and different types of glitter affect those colors and those mixes. And like I said, I take time to do that. That is something that I really pride myself in. I take that moment to really push myself to bring you stuff that you really can't find. So yeah.
And that's important. That's important because, like you said, there's a bunch of glitter companies, and there's other. We're not gonna not buy from other people, but each one is specific. And I know I can jump on Glittaful website, and I know I can find Cruella and Ursula and that whole GG mix. The black, even the black I have, this is Revolver.
Yeah, love. Yeah, and actually when you open it, Revolver is actually like a gray.
And you know what? Yeah. Let me see if I can show you guys. Kind of in there. I don't want to mix it with my other one. I have something else here.
I'm actually surprised that I remembered to bring in a piece of paper. Normally, I'm running and getting up in the middle of a live, and I'm like, oh.
Trying to get something, yeah. But it is. It's got a great, and then you know what? You can kind of see that shift of the silver lavender kind of thing going on.
Yep.
It's just really pretty. I mean, this is a black, or that I use for something different than I would use my other blacks for, and it's just you can't say I want black glitter anymore. You have to be specific. I love it.
Exactly. There is so many different styles and types of blacks in our collection, and actually it was pretty funny because since we're from New York City, our black black. It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite colors. And so we actually have our entire black line is of cities in New York City. So you'll find Metropolitan, which is a Gigi custom mix. And actually, I was born in well, I wasn't born. I lived on Metropolitan Avenue for many years. And then we have Harlem, which is one of my favorite Gigi custom mixes. It has diamond shapes in it, and it's just gorgeous. It's spectacular. So yeah, my entire black line is cities in New York, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
How fun. That is like exciting.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite? What's your favorite glitter so far?
Man, that's such a difficult question. I get that every day in my group. Because I honestly love them all, and I love them all. I love all the pre-made ones because they're easy. You don't really have to think about them. You can do so many things. But like my custom mixes, all of them are my favorite. But if I had to choose from like say Gigi Originals and Gigi custom mixes, Gigi custom mix, Phoebe is my favorite. I'm trying to see if yes I do. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
Phoebe is my favorite Gigi custom mix. One is because she's my baby. She was one of the very first custom mixes that I ever made. And she's just stunning. And Phoebe is named after one of the Friends characters on.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's one of, because she has stars and moons, and as you can see, it kind of has like a purple shift, even though it has it has yellows and blues, and I don't know if you guys can pick this up. I'm having trouble seeing it on the paper.
No, we can see it. Yeah.
So Phoebe is definitely one of my favorites. And if I had to choose for a Gigi original, then honestly, I have two. I really love Caesar's Palace. Hold on, I'm sorry, my camera thing here is acting a little wonky. Sorry, guys. I can't. Don't you love technology? It's so easy, and at the same time, it's so difficult to get the picture to work right. I'm like, All right. Ooh, let me scoot over this way. So Big Blue is definitely one of my favorites, and then Caesar's Palace. Only because Caesar's Palace really is just the perfect gold for any design, really. And I definitely find that it's easy to work with, as well as Big Blue. It's just like let's be real. Like, how cute is this blue? So I definitely love using that. And then all of my imposter collection is my go-to collection because, sorry, I'm playing with the lighting here. I think you watched my jump rope, but you can transform any. Let's see here. Sorry. You can transform any cup.
Wow.
With the imposter collection, because you can use 2 different colors of glitter. Like, say you're not good at an ombre, then you just go ahead and apply the imposter collection onto your cup, and you have the perfect ombre, which is what we achieved here.
So cool.
Yeah. So I have a lot, but if I had to choose, those are my top of the lines.
Cool. So okay, I'm gonna have to check out the imposter because I'm not good with ombre still. I take that line. I have trouble fading it, but I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try your imposter line and see what I come up with.
Yes, it is amazing. And right now with COVID, things have been a little bit slow with shipping and things like that. However, we are receiving spurts of shipment, and they are moving very they're working slow, but we are getting an influx. So we will be dropping, and I don't know if you heard, but we have officially launched last week new Glitta Wednesdays. So on Wednesdays at 2 in our group and at 3 on Instagram, we will have the showcasing of all the new stuff that will be, all the new products that will be released into the group. So we have a lot of things up our sleeve. So we're so excited.
Cool. So you guys jump into her group. She has a Glittaful group, Facebook group. Follow her on Instagram. She's got her Instagram.
Thank you.
Find her on YouTube and subscribe to her YouTube channel, because you're gonna get a lot of cool advice and projects and ideas, and it's just a great place. I love Glittaful so much.
Thank you.
So real quick, if you are watching me live right now, I want you to please, and this is important, and you'll see why, please right now drop hashtag live. And then if you watch the replay, put hashtag replay. Okay. This is important because in about 5 minutes after I close down, in 5 minutes after I close down, I'm going to go through and find all the lives. And if you're watching the live with us, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send you one Glittaful of your choice. So I'm going to collect from whoever's live right now, hashtag live, because I'm going to send you a Glittaful. I will pay for and send you one Glittaful of your choice.
How about we also add in there a coupon code for them to use, and we will do 35% off and use code your name Naomi. How about that as well? So that's for their purchase.
Cool. Okay, so you guys heard that.
You cry.
No, don't cry. You know what? We're all makers, crafters. We're all in this together. We can't do it on our own. We have to help each other out, and we're all going slow right now. It's slow for everyone. And so if I believe in a product, if I love something, I'm going to help promote it, and not so that I can get anything out of it, but so that all of us can keep going. Whether it's a hobby, whether it's your business, all of us deserve it. All of us definitely deserve to be able to.
I completely agree. I think that there isn't enough love that is always given. So that's something that my husband and I really try to push, especially in our group. Our group is for beginners to advanced, and we do that because I think it's important to understand that the expert was once a beginner, and then the expert needs to now become the teacher. So how does that happen without feeling like I guess intimidated or I guess targeted? It's one of those things that really you have to put yourself in a different position, because everybody, as you said, especially in glitter stores and things like that, you are different for different reasons, and you are valuable for those differences. So you have to really push yourself to be that person. And my husband and I are very big on saying create as doubt never existed, because you have to start somewhere. If your first project was a fail, that's okay. What does that fail mean to you? Do you put it on the wall and you just laugh at it? Because I do. I have those things that you're just like, I remember when I did this. We were chatting about that in the group the other day. I'm like, someone said this didn't come out as good, or my chunky ombre didn't come out. I was like, girlfriend, if I would show you what my first chunky ombre would look like, we would be laughing together. Stop being so hard. You tried it. That's all you can do. So you're absolutely right. We have to encourage each other. We have to push each other, because that is the only way that we can spread that love, and we can, continue with positivity. And it's okay to hold and call out somebody for not being so nice. But at the same time, I'm also a big person, and I'm not going to start the drama by saying that wasn't nice. I just remove and move on, because that's what I would want someone to do for me. So yeah, I'm very big on that. Very, very big. That's something we hold very dear in our group. You can ask as many times as you want. I don't care if it's 4 or 5 people, ask away. I will never tell you, search that search bar. That's not necessary. I'm here for you. And that's what I say. Yeah.
Go find your group. It's called
it's called Glitter Tumbler Epoxy Hacks Beginners to Advance. And then I encourage you to say that 5 times really quickly.
I couldn't even okay, let me just search Glittaful groups. I couldn't even remember it.
I don't know why I made it that so difficult, but leave it to me to challenge myself.
It's because you wanted to make sure everybody was included. You wanted to make sure everybody knew
what it was for and who it was for.
There you go. Leave nothing out.
I didn't leave anything out. So, that was fun. My husband was like, really? I'm like, sorry. Sorry. I'm like, you can't change it for 30 days. And now this is what we're known as. So
yes.
stick with it.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Alina says she doesn't even drink out of her ugly resin cups. She says she's been trying. She started trying to do resin, and she says she doesn't.
No, you have like either use it as a vase if you're like, no, I hate this.
There you
Use it
go.
as a vase. Use it as a stepping stone to be like, I started here, because a lot of people don't do that. They won't take a picture of what they call their ugly cup or their fail cup, but you do it one time, you do it 2 times. Every time that you're doing it, you figure out a different way. I watched a lot of tutorials when I started, and I tried different methods, and I found what works for me. I think one of them was like using these big brushes, big bulky brushes that were like $5 to apply Mod Podge onto my cup. And it was, when I first started, I was like, okay, let me try it like that. And $5 later, I hated the way it applied the Mod Podge. It didn't work for me. And now I used a 98-cent bag of foam brushes because that's what works for me. I'm also going to find different ways to save a buck or two. And I'm always very big on encouraging that, because before I did any of this, I was a retail manager. So I know about cost. I know about bottom lines. This is my bid. This is what I do. And this is how I focus everything on. And so I'm always big on saying, no, you don't have to. I mean, if you want to, great. If it works for you, great. But this is where you can cut a corner. This is where you can save a cost. So again, I do that, and I take pictures, and I find different methods. But always take a picture. Just like when you're in a weight loss challenge, you take a picture of day 1, you take a day of day 30, and then you go on, because those moments are very, very valuable. You will see the difference, and you will feel better about yourself, because you know you're going in places. And every design will bring you a new challenge, so that shouldn't discourage you either.
That's true. We get to see our progress. If we don't hold on to how we started, we won't see how far we've come. That's true.
Yep.
I think that's another thing I learned from you too on your channel. I went to the Dollar Tree and got a silicone makeup brush. Because I'm like, that's all I need. You know, I had seen them other places, and I'm like, my husband's gonna kill me if I spend this much on one brush, and I don't even know how to use it. I went to the Dollar Tree, got my silicone makeup brush. Perfect. Perfect.
Yep. You just have to, it's, everybody's always, you have to, this is a market. So everybody's trying to sell something for whatever the reason is. And others learn by using things that are a little bit more expensive for whatever the reason is, but I reuse, reduce, recycle. One of my girls in my group always says that. She's like, Stephanie, what is the R's that you say? And I'm like, reduce, reuse, recycle. We learned this in the 3rd grade, people.
Exactly. My kids go around singing those songs. Yes.
Yeah. So
awesome.
I will tell people that all the time. Reduce,
cool.
Reuse, recycle.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being with us again.
No
you guys,
problem.
Those glitters. Don't forget, leave me a hashtag live. And in 5 minutes from now, I'll collect all those hashtag lives, and I'll message you, you guys who leave me your hashtag, so that I can get your order, and then I'll send that into Stephanie this week.
Yeah, and I'll send you the coupon code to use to send that to them as well. So if they want to use that for future, they're more than welcome to.
Great. Thank you so much. Everybody have an amazing Monday. Any other questions, drop them. Stephanie, you're welcome to come into the group anytime.
I appreciate it. I'm going to do that today. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much. You guys have a great Monday, and I'll be back a little bit. Bye.
Have a beautiful day. Bye.
All right.